I've criticised feminism on many occasions now, but one of the main attitudes I still get back is this attitude of, well, we feminists simply believe in equality between men and women. Why are you criticising us? Do you not believe that also? And I do, and I've stated some problems with feminism, but I don't believe I've stated categorically why feminism is a worrying movement and exactly why I have a problem with it. And I'm going to do that now by making 6 points, main points about why feminism worries me. Right, well, point number 1 is that feminism seems to have a lot of man-hate in it. Now, I'm not just talking about people who've been dumped. I'm talking about people who are actually leaders of the movement, notorious leaders of the movement over the years, have made some very worrying statements about their attitude towards men. It seems to be very contemptible. And I don't know how a movement that claims that it's for equality can achieve that when it blatantly hates half the population of the planet. Now, the best example for this is some of the quotes that many leading feminists have made over the years. I've got some good ones here. "We as a sex are infinitely superior to men." That was Elizabeth Cady Stanton. "Under patriarchy, every woman's son is her betrayer and also the inevitable rapist or exploiter of another woman." Andrea Dworkin. "Men who are unjustly accused of rape sometimes gain from the experience." Catherine Cummins. "I believe that women have a capacity for understanding and compassion which a man structurally does not have. Does not have it because he cannot have it. He's incapable of it." Former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. "To be a male is to be a kind of idiot savant." Germaine Greer. "All men are rapists, that's all they are." Marilyn French. "The ratio of men to women must be radically reduced so that men approximate only 10% of the population." Sally Gearhart. "No, we don't believe any woman should have this choice. No woman should be authorized to stay at home to raise her children. Society should be totally different. Women should not have that choice, precisely because if there is such a choice, too many women will take it." Simone de Beauvoir. "I feel that man-hating is an honourable and viable political act, that the oppressed have a right to class hatred against the class that is oppressing them." Robin Morgan. Okay, number 2. Feminists seem to want to promote misleading statistics in order to denigrate men. Well, many feminist statistics are biased. The most notorious example of this is when they do a poll in a college of young women in the college, not young men, but they ask them questions such as, "Did you ever have sex when you didn't want to?" And then an answer that's yes to that gets reclassified into a positive tick for rape on that person. And this is attitudes, techniques such as this is how they get ridiculous statistics, such as 1 in 4 women will be raped in their lifetime. I've even heard 1 in 2. Now that, just by on looking at it, that is so ridiculous. I don't know how anyone could believe that just when being first exposed to it. 1 in 2, half of all women will be raped in their lifetime. I don't even know how that's physically possible. You know, and these statistics a lot of the time aren't even challenged when they're blurted out all the time. Whenever a feminist is speaking, she shoves them out there. They use the same old statistics all the time. All of them use the same old one, and they never back up where they're from or how they got them. Okay, number 3. Feminists support sexist laws. The most notable example of this would be Title IX in America, which is basically a quota system for the recruitment of men and women into sports. Wherever you see quotas, that means positive discrimination, which is oppression. I've been over this before. They also, a lot of feminists propose some really insane laws. A while back I heard about the criminalisation of reckless sex, where in the first time a sexual encounter, if the man does not wear a condom, then he can go to prison or face other penalties under the crime of reckless sex. It was only the men who were being punished for this. And I've never seen a feminist not support quotas and positive discrimination. They always seem to support it when it empowers a woman, when it benefits a woman. Quotas and positive discrimination are sexist by definition. Number 4, feminists seem to always oppose laws that benefit men. The most notorious example of this is the opposition by the National Organization of Women in America to laws for equal parentage for men, equal custody, so a child would have equal time with its mother and its father. There are many good reasons why laws such as this would benefit women as well as men, and why they're actually more equal than they are at the current time. But feminists, for some reason, always seem to be against them. Another notable example is protection from men from domestic violence, the inclusion of men into, say, domestic violence shelters, so that the shelters can accommodate men as well as women. I've seen nothing but spitting denigration from feminists on this issue. Okay, number 5. Feminists always seem to make excuse for female wrongs. The best example of this was Andrea Yates, who drowned her 5 children in a bathtub. The National Organization for Women president at that time, in 2001, Patricia Ireland, said this: Yates has revealed America as a patriarchal society where women are imprisoned at home with their children. So murdering 5 innocent young children, if that's not a heinous wrong, which must be criticised, then what is? I think feminists shoot themselves in the foot when they fail to denigrate a woman who does that. I've known many people in the fathers' rights movement who criticise fathers who say shoot a judge, shoot a family law judge, or try and burn down their home or bomb their home. It's criticised by many people. And my 6th and final point is that feminism is very gynocentric. Gynocentricity really means to be focused on women, to be concerned only with women, and I can think of no better word to describe feminism than gynocentric. Okay, so to summarise, my main points as to why feminism worries me greatly seems to be 1, that feminists seem to have an extremely anti-male attitude. 2, feminists promote misleading statistics in an aim to denigrate and promote their agenda. 3, feminists support sexist laws when those laws benefit women. 4, feminists oppose laws that will help men who need it. 5, feminists make excuses for female wrongs and never seem to hold women accountable for their actions. And 6, feminism is totally gyrocentric. So I hope that these 6 points lay down quite clearly why my main concern with feminism, that characterises their main attitudes that worry me. And we leave it to these people to represent the status of equality of the genders in the Western world. Are we absolutely insane? These people who only really seem to come from a base of absolute man-hate? I mean, I've seen nothing to convince me that they're for true equality, or that in any situation they would want to help men. We entrust these people with telling us about the relation of the genders to influence law. Are we out of our tiny little mind?